Good evening, guys. Welcome. It is Wednesday night, and of course, it is time for Zenith F1 Esports live here from round 5 in the big one. The Diamond, the Principality, Monte Carlo, Monaco. It's the big one. Last year won, as you can see, by Oside Nova. His first ever win came here last season. Of course, on pole as well. Can he make it his second win of the season? As you can see on the calendar, we are at round 5. We've already had 4 incredible rounds, 4 different winners, 8 different podium places, 17 different point scorers. What on earth has Monaco got in store for us? There is your Drivers' Championship. There is your Constructors' Championship. Oside Nova with 17-point lead over Drakatos. Then Slim and Hills up the Renault boys right behind and in third and fourth, and Renault have taken top spot in the Constructors, just ahead of Alfa, Red Bull, AlphaTauri, Mercedes, Ferrari, Racing Point are all chasing hard behind. Just a few drivers yet to get off the mark. I'm pretty sure some big drivers yet to get off the mark as well. Matt 2, our reigning champion. 2 non-point scoring finishes so far this season. They're in 5th place. Dan Murphy, great start to the season as well. But some big drivers there are yet to get going. And just to show you what kind of season it's been so far after 4 rounds, 2 different pole sitters. We've had 4 different winners, 8 different podium finishes, 4 fastest laps, and 5 fast drivers of the day so far. But this is the big one, the one that they all want to win, Monaco. And let's go there now as qualifying is about to begin. Live scenes in Monaco. Apparently, I'm hearing it's a wet race. According to reports, it's going to be a wet race. Wow, that's going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons, no doubt about it. Let's get some telemetry up. So the drivers now will be frantically trying to get a setup. Well, qualifying's everything. Do they gamble with a dry setup, knowing that the conditions in the race are going to be horrible and wet? Oh my word, what do you do here? Do you want a good race setup, the good balance, plenty of downforce for the wet race? Or do you want the dry setup, get as high as possible and just try and live with the conditions in the race? George Cresswell says Frisky's bad omen is back again. Well, Frisky, of course, so close to points this season in Vietnam. Didn't have the best of races last time out. Got a bit battered and bruised, as we saw in the Netherlands. The cars heading out on track, and our championship leader, Oside Nova, is the first man out there. Let's ride on board then with, I said, the championship leader. His gap and his podium run came to an end in the Netherlands last time out. His first ever time out of the podium. And not only that, a crushing 7th place after it looking so good for him. It all fell apart, and Nova will be looking to bounce back here in Monaco, where he took his maiden Zenith F1 Esports victory. Can he bounce back today? That's the big question. Going through the tunnel section now and down into the Noval chicane. Lovely over the shoulder shot. Doesn't even want to bother with the Noval chicane. Wants to get around as quick as he can. Of course, traffic is going to be a big problem here of 20 runners and riders. Over through to back swimming pool section. And now heads himself into Raskas. And of course, Anthony Nodes, the final corner, will bring him to start finishing straight. Oside Nova and Matt 2 were involved in the closest ever finish in Zenith F1 Esports history. Last time out, just 5 thousandths of a second separated Matt 2 and Nova. Nova just taking it. And of course, in the first 4 rounds, there has been no bigger gap than 1/10 of a second between pole and second place. Can we keep that going? There's a very good likely chance that it's going to happen as Nova coming down through the Casino Square. Let's go on board then, down into Mirabeau. And into, well, Lowe's Hairpin, Grand Hotel Hairpin, been called many, many names in the past. And through Portier he goes and into the tunnel section now. Of course, that's where Schumacher famously binned it. Portier and the tunnel. Schumacher had a fair few incidences around this Monaco track. A tough one to tame. Through the Noval chicane. This is so easy to invalidate, and Nova running so close to the walls, but just manages to avoid it. Now through to back. A little bit of a lift there. The track, of course, very green at the moment, not fully gripped in. Through the swimming pool section he comes and into Raskas. Oh, a little tap of the wall there. Yellow flags out for traffic already. But Nova absolutely flying around in his lap, round Anthony Noakes, and down the start, finishing straight, which is not really a straight, and the only DRS zone on the track, of course, and a 1:08.6. Nova straight in with a bang on his first lap. And that is a good start. Two drivers missing tonight, of course. We've got the Shumi Garcia not in. We've got a familiar face. Steve Yeo, of course, the runaway leader in the IRC, is coming, and I cannot wait to see. It's a lovely helmet. Can't wait to see what Steve can do back in Zenith. Of course, we saw him a lot last season and the season before, and it is great to see Steve back in the car and back in Zenith for this race. And also, we've got another familiar face as well to the people who've been watching for a long time. Nick Mania is not here in the Mercedes, and he is replaced by Knowlesy, who is a former champion. And it's great to welcome back Knowlesy, and of course, he is he's not too disfamiliar in this Zenith lineup, but already the times are coming in. Steve Stark is flying up now. Let's take a lap on board with Steve. First lap and back into Zenith. Jamie 1 currently second, Frisky third, Slim's had a nightmare lap in fourth. I imagine they'll be carrying a little bit of fuel and try and do a couple of laps, get a clear lap in. That's the key thing, it's the clear laps. No traffic, try and do 1, 2, maybe even 3 laps. I can see these guys doing quite a few. I was saying that, there's not too many cars out on track so far. Simon out there on the medium tyres. Doesn't want to burn too many softs, of course, if it's a wet race. They'll be going through definitely soft tyres in Q2 if it starts wet. As Steve now coming through the tunnel. Another over the head shot as he comes into the Novell chicane. So easy. Steve looking very comfortable there. The car looking really balanced. Hardly any movement on the steering wheel at all coming out the chicane. Through to back in swim. A great shot through the swim pool section. You can take a little bit of curb around there. It's not too drastic, as one of the McLarens is already struggling. Crazy Pass had a little off at Saint Devot. But here comes Steve round Anthony Noakes. His first lap back in Zenith. What's it going to be? Can he get himself up the top? It's 6th place, but I imagine he's going to be a fuel on board as well. Harry Burkhardt says, I'm just here for Lennon, not a fanboy, just passionate. And of course, Lennon, who had some rotten luck last time out, of course, got involved in the Frisky incident and ended up off the road as Frisky, the man here on his screen, goes straight over the Novell chicane. Wants nothing to do with that. So let's go on board with Jacob Bradbury. My word, this man needs a change of luck, no doubt about it. He has led 3 of the 4 races comfortably. Of course, he took himself out last time out, but was disconnected while leading the first 2 races, and of course, massively put him on the back foot. He needs points. Of course, 2 pole positions to his name. Dan Murphy is done for qualifying, and he's not able to participate. And a little bit of front wing damage there. Couldn't quite make out whose that was. Jacob should not get affected by this Mercedes. Crazy Power ahead of him. Crazy Power pits in through Anthony Noakes. Come Jacob now. Can he get his 3rd pole of the season? Of course, Q1 at the moment crosses the line straight into 3rd place, right behind his teammate GFO Leclerc, right there on the screen. Leclerc's invalidated this lap. Leclerc looking for a bounce back. Leclerc, definitely a championship contender, had a real off day last time out. Of course, he's not had a pole to his name. He's done a 2nd. That's his best in Australia. Qualified 10th last time out in the Netherlands and finished 12th. That was his first points, non-point scoring finish as well. It was a bad day for the championship contenders last time by, as the Alfa Romeo of Frisky gets out the way. Bill to Matt on a lap there. Matt, who's a former winner here, of course, in other leagues, will be feeling quietly confident, especially in qualifying. Has yet to get out of Q3. Is this the time as we ride on board with our reigning champion, Matt 2? And Matt 2 has already this season had 2 non-point scoring finishing positions. Can he turn that around here? He needs to bounce back. He's 5th in the championship. And Matt 2 is not used to not having it his own way. Last season, of course, he strolled to the championship at quite a canter in the end. This season, he's got it all to do. Yet to only see pole position once so far. Of course, he won in Vietnam. So 2 poles for Jacob, 2 poles for Matt 2. But qualified 7th and DNF'd for the first time since Italy last time out in the Netherlands, as he comes through the hairpin now and up to the back he goes. A little short spurt right on board with the reigning champion, then hits the apex beautifully. now through the swimming pool section. Get on the brakes, but it's not too much of a stop like it used to be. And then through Raskas into Anthony Noakes. A little bit of traffic that shouldn't affect him too much. And of course, he was in battle with No Sign Over for the win last year. Just missed out and goes to third and just backs off behind Lennon. Lets Lennon have the track space, but Matt 2 now setting his stall out. 4/10 behind Nova. Nova absolutely loves this track. Excuse me, I'm carrying a bit of a cold, so I apologise if I keep breaking for a little cough. So what can Granty Boy do? In the McLaren, starting his fast lap. Granty Boy with a bit of a bounce back, a bit of a reprieve, of course. Runner-up last season was Granty Boy. Has had a tricky start to the season, mind you. 4th place last time out in the Netherlands was his best result. Just missed out on the podium. But he's struggled in qualifying. 18th in Australia, 10th in Bahrain. 11th, of course, in Vietnam. Last time out 5th, finished 4th. So qualifying is getting better for Granty Boy. However, unfortunately, qualifying means everything round here. Well, it means a hell of a lot. And Granty Boy will be carrying a Q3 ban. Of course, Nick Mania was also due a Q3 ban. However, Nick Mania is not here this weekend. Simon there in 7th place on the medium tyres. Dispossessed straight away by Flying Stars. Great to see Flying Stars back in that Williams car. He's missed the last 3 races and it's lovely to see Flying Stars back. However, yet to score points. He was looking to change that. It's Granty Boy coming through the Rascats now into Anthony Noakes. Outside Nova's done because Jacob Bradbury's gone quickest so far. Jacob chasing his first pole of the season. Here comes Granty Boy over the line into 9th place. A little bit of a field spread at the moment. Drivers just trying to find their way around. Crazy Power there on the brink. And Crazy Power, who just missed out on his first ever Zenith podium last time out. He was so unlucky. He's knocking on the door this season, no doubt about it. He's having a great season so far. Can he get lucky in Monaco? Hugs the inside wall there into 7th place. As Frisky Biscuit reminds me that it has been a season for him in this league, and of course Frisky has been a fantastic addition to Zenith F1 Esports as he celebrates 1 full season in the league. Here is Angelo, or Laronix, aka Laronix. We'll have to change the graphics, the new PSN, just like Dracotos is now Leclerc. And the Ferrari man, who had a fantastic 2nd place last time out in the Netherlands. Oh, he finished just 7/10 behind Hilsrap, who ended up winning the race. But it was great to see from the Laronix, and his championship is up and running. No doubt about it. He's got the Mercedes behind him as well of Crazy Power, but Laronix on a flyer right now. Let's see what he can do. The Ferrari man, as Matt 2 is happy with 4th. He's done for the session. So it's Red Bull Alpha Tauri. Slim there in 5th place. Not a good track for Slim, this one. Our former champion, of course. Struggles round here. Doesn't qualify too well either. Of course, promises to be a wet race. That's going to really put the cat amongst the pigeons. And let's just find his graphic. Laronix pits. So who hasn't done a time yet? So who's on the brink? Lucas there. Matt pits in after his first run. Hilsrap, last week's winner. And how he won as well. A very impressive victory from Hilsrap. His first of the season. Of course, 4 different winners so far. Hilsrap's qualifying hasn't quite gone his way though. Qualified again for Hilsrap. It's been a struggle. 10th in Australia. Didn't take part in Bahrain. 12th in Vietnam qualified. 4th, however, in the Netherlands. And he needs... Oh, big oversteer. Big oversteer on Anthony Noakes. That's going to cost him at least 2-3 tenths of a second. He pops in just behind teammate Slim. And definitely there has more time in hand. But Hilsrap, again, that Renault team who are top of the constructors as it stands. So that's Simon in the pits. So everyone has done a time, bar Dan Murphy, he won't be doing a time. And Nolsey making his appearance up now. The return of Nolsey. It's great to see. A few drivers in the pits, 5 minutes to go. Who's in the brink? Granty Boy on the brink. That'll be a surprise. BP there in 12th. Flying Stars as well is nowhere near safe. Nor is Crazy Power, nor is Lennon. Look at the times. Lennon 1.8 off, and there's only a second separating him and Bill to Matt in 18th. Matt is also back out there. So great to be on board and back with our former champion. Of course, a champion in IRC Super League. All that time ago. It feels like a long time, but he did take part in IRC Elite, and it is great to have him as a one-off back in the Mercedes. And of course, those who are familiar with this league have been watching for a long time. Nosey was running in an incredible 5th place. He was down to score his first ever points in IRC League now, Zenith, and crashed out late on his own, coming out the tunnel crushingly. It reminded me of Satil and Raikkonen all those years ago in the Force India when rare points were up for grabs and it just went away from him as came around the last cast into Anthony No, so car number 94. And let's take a ride on board. Leclerc back out there, so that's interesting. 3rd place, and he wants to do some more times. Of course, the track rubbering in now with just over 3.5 minutes to go. Crazy Power, Flying Sauce, BP all back out there. Frisky's out there as well. Frisky, who, as it stands, would be in for the 2nd time this season into Q2. Steve, just there in 16th place with more time to come from him, no doubt about it. And Lucas as well, that'd be a shock. And Bill to Matt as well, also on a flyer. So we'll keep an eye on there as we go through the Lowe's hairpin. Got to be pinpoint. You've got to be absolutely eye of the needle stuff. Round the tunnel he goes, Nosey, as darkness turns to light as Angelo Laronix is done into Novel chicane. Looks nice in there. Tell you what, the drivers, not many, are invalidating today, which is very encouraging for the race. Slimbo's done. All these drivers, I'm glad to say, are retiring in the pits. Flying Soz is done in 15th. I tell you what, Flying Soz has crashed. Flying Soz has crashed. That is not retiring in the pits. He's crashed out on track. And now he is at risk of being knocked out. Frisky now 14th. Where can Nosey put himself over the start finishing straight? Goes into 9th place, and that is a good lap. What about Bill to Matt then? He's on for a big improvement here as well. Yet to go into Q2 this season so far. And into 11th. Oh, and that could be a lap the season through. Leclerc is 3rd and done. And Granty Boys at the brink of heading out. Simon done, Jacob done, JB1's done there, feeling confident they are done. Steve on his outlap, oh, and Frisky down to 17th place. Sounds like he's on the limiter, I don't think he is somehow. But Frisky Biscuit, as everybody's dropping out, they're happy with their runs, and Frisky's car sounds absolutely horrible. Let's get away from that on board. Frisky 4/10 down this lap, he needs to find something here. Steve on an outlap, what about Lucas, who's improving? Lennon there in 13th place, but is Matt on the verge of his first ever appearance into Q2? Oh, Lucas, big oversteer. Lucas, and I'll repeat again, it's set to be a wet race, and I wonder how many of these drivers are set up for a wet race. Lucas is set to improve by not a lot. Knowlesy's done. Great return so far for Knowlesy. Granty Boy does not need this at all. Flying Soz is done. BP on the brink. Lennon on the brink. Matt could be safe. Over the line goes Lucas. Oh, it's no improvement. And I wonder if Lucas is set up for the wet conditions. Right, Frisky. But Granty Boy is near. Let's go on board with Granty Boy then. My word. Harry Burgart says, great lap by Bilton. Certainly was. Certainly was. That'll be a big confidence boost to Matt. He needed that. So here comes Granty Boy. 16th. Oh my word. And just as I was saying, last race looked like he was picking up form. He does not need to be back down there. Of course, he was knocked out, 18th and knocked out in Q1 in Australia, and he cannot afford to be knocked out here in Monaco. Through Anthony Lowe's he comes. Over the start finishing straight, this could be a bit of a shock here. Oh, he's 14th, and he pushed BP in, and BP's in the pits. He's done. Frisky may get one more lap in. What about Steve? Steve is just down. This would be a shock as well. Steve, who has been extremely quick everywhere he's raced this season in ARL, in IRC. Been absolutely mighty. I wonder again, has he gone for a wet setup? Has BP gone for a wet setup? Matt should be safe. He's in the pits, and Lennon improves to 10th place. I reckon Matt could be safe. James won, by the way. Great effort there in 7th place. Lucas is out. He's done. He will start at the back. And Lucas's season goes from bad to worse. Check a flag out. Can Steve get himself out of Q1? That's the big question. Over the line. And it's it is an improvement, but it's not enough. All eyes on Frisky then. 17th place. We've lost BP. And of course, Flying Soz, who has got through, will not take part. And in fact, front wing damage there for Frisky Biscuit. So that's him done. He is out as well. Not a happy Monaco return for Frisky, nor for Steve. But again, I wonder how many of these drivers have gone for a wet setup. Granty boy managed to improve again, in fact. So well done. Congratulations to Bill and Matt. First ever time through to qualifying 2. And that, again, like I said, will be a big confidence boost. Lee Gilchrist says Slimbo for second tonight. Will the Zenith curse continue? Of course, the Zenith curse being the champion of the last season, off to an absolute nightmare start this season. And it has, of course. Slim, former champion, had a nightmare start to the last season, got nowhere near. Mac 2, champion of last season, having a nightmare start to this season, hasn't quite got going yet. Can he turn that around tonight? So that is Q1 done. Who is out on track? Who are we waiting for? Granty boy just finishing his laps now. Looks like Codemasters will run down the clock. So who's done well then? Jacob back on top, just ahead of Nova. And I repeat, we have not, we're nicely done. Lennon says about time for him, I think referring to Matt, but that is a welcome return for Matt, and that's great. Simon did a great job on medium tyres at 109.9. That's a really good time there. So Q1 done in the books. Now Q2 will be fascinating because Flying Sauce will not take part. He did crash. BP out. BP another shock. BP hasn't gone too well in qualifying. 15th was his lowest, but he was averaging around the 13th place mark, and he's got it all to do. Flying Saws will not take part, so 14 runners to get into the top 10. Looking at those times, it's going to be extremely close. Crazy Power again contending for those top 10 spots. What a season he's having so far. Angelo Laronix, there in 8th place. Jamie one of the stars. Has not shone so far in qualifying, really. He's had a bit of a tricky start to the season, just like last season, a bit of a carbon copy. In fact, it was Monaco last season where Jamie Wan scored his first points of the season. He has got some points on the board so far this season, of course, 10th in Bahrain, 7th in Vietnam. However, qualifying has been a bit of a work. Only one appearance into Q3 so far for Jamie Wan. That was in Vietnam with a 9th place. 17th in Australia, 16th in Bahrain, 13th in the Netherlands. Jamie Wan's qualifying woes have been well and truly hammered home this season. George Cresswell says, well, guess what I said about oddly prophetic. Sorry, Frisky, mate. Well, this is the tricky track. This is a tricky track to hook up, no doubt about it. Q2, here we go. What tyres are they putting on? I imagine some drive. If it's going to be a wet start, I can't see too many drivers. I really can't see too many drivers sticking on the medium tyres for too long. I imagine all of them will go onto softs. Frisky says 17th is an improvement for Monaco. That's a good way of looking at it, of course. Frisky qualified last, and not only last by a long way last season in his first race. So 17th is an improvement, and he was not that far off getting out of Q1 either. On board with a Frenchman, Simon, who is on the soft tyres because he used his mediums. He used his mediums in Q1, so Simon with a fresh set of shiny red trim soft tyres right behind his teammate and reigning champion Mac 2 as they go through a tunnel. Bit of a photo opportunity there as Mac 2 has taken to the medium tyres. So Flying Sod, who did qualify, is not participating, and Lennon says it is a dry start and set to get wet later in the session. My word, so okay. That's exactly what we want. A bit of a mixed up Monaco with mixed up weather. Yes, please. Lennon says that Frisky, keep it out the wall, you'll probably score points. Yeah, absolutely right. So let's take on board with the Frenchman as he creates a bit of a gap between him and teammate Matt 2. No point getting too close. We won't get any tow around here at all. This is the only DRS zone around the start, finishing straight, or curve as it is, and straight into Saint-Devote. And up Beau Rivage he goes. It's a beautiful hill. This is so much steeper in real life, I can tell you from experience, than what it looks like on telly around Casino Square. And straight into Mirabeau he goes. And Sector 1 is over like a flash. Little lock up into Mirabeau and down to Lowe's Hairpin. Little lock up again. Nothing too drastic with no ABS, no traction control for Alain Simon, our French driver who's missed a couple of races this season. Got his championship properly up and running with a very impressive 6th place last time out after being a pretty anomalous all race in the Netherlands. Came alive after the second safety car and bagged a brilliant 6th place and good haul of points to get him going for the season. Can he kick on? That's the question. through to back. Oh, was that a little tap of the wall there? He just missed it, but it puts him offline for the swimming pool section. And now into Ruskas as no side Nova's done in a 1:08.5. That is a blistering quick time with the medium tyres. Through Anthony Nogues and the Frenchman coming down the start, finishing straight. Mac 2 pops into second place, half a second away, and Simon on the soft tyres is a second back from Nova. That did look like a bit of a scrappy lap, of course. This for Simon is as close as a home race as he's going to get. No French Grand Prix on the calendar this year as Slim's invalidated. No Paul Ricard this season, which means this is pretty much a home race for the French driver on board with Bilton Matt. First time into Q2. And that is a bit of a monkey off the back for Matt. Can he go one better? Can he, of course, do what Frisky did in Vietnam and smash into Q2 for the first time and then to Q3 for the first time? Can he get his first points round here? Like I said, a former race winner. Through Anthony Nogues, done start pushing. Can he get ahead? Can he be the fastest soft runner? The answer is no. A bit of a scrappy lap there from Matt as well. So into fifth place. I wonder if that was a used set of softs. Jamie Wands popped himself right behind Simon. Matt 2 and Oside Nova. Boy, Oside Nova is absolutely mighty around here. Nova is no doubt about it the man to beat as a Slim going round for his second flying lap. But Nova is the man to beat round here. Him and Matt 2 absolutely dominated this race last year. And already looking nice and comfortable at the front. Can anyone get near him? What about Slimbo? Oh, hits the Raskas. The Barrier Raskas put himself in a half spin, and that's going to cost him a ton of time. And he is going to be 8th at least. Yellow flags for the McLaren as well. I think Granty Boy, yeah, he's just letting cars through. Slim goes 6th despite that half spin. Slim goes into 6th place. Matt's gone straight on at the chicane. And Slim will be already up against it. But again, like I said, I wonder how many of these boys are going to be put on soft tyres towards the end. I think Nova and Matt too may get away starting on medium tyres because Jamie 1 and Simon are a long way adrift. The yellow flags are out there. Jacob out to find that. What about Hillsrap right behind his teammate? Last week's race winner. Definite bona fide championship contender along with teammate Slim, no doubt about it. Yellow flags again for Granty Boy, who seems to be cruising round now. Slim, I think Slim's on a flying lap, you know. Oh no, he's let his teammate through. Well done, Slim. So gets out the way of Hillsrap and round to back. Again, they're so close to the wall. Granty Boy's parked in the simple section. Thankfully gets out the way and nothing doing. Well done, Granty Boy. And round Raskas, that's where we saw Slim lose it. Eye of the needle through Anthony Nogues. Get on the power, don't get on too early. DRS opens for Hillsrap. Round the start, finishing straight, he comes. And into second place, and that's more like it on the soft tyres. And that is a relief banker lap for Hillsrap. Granty Boy's out. Well, he had a Q3 ban anyway, and I think Granty Boy, as Jacob completely ignores the chicane, I think Granty Boy would rather start on the optional tyre. So what's Jacob up to? Leclerc out there as well, and Crazy Power on soft tyres. Nolsey out there as well. Jacob pits straight away. He's having none of it. And I wonder if he wants a set of softs. Let's go on board with teammate Leclerc then, or Drakatos on the medium tyres as well. Nova and, Jamie 1 and Simon back out there on soft tyres. Angelo Neronix is back out there on medium tyres, interestingly. Slim's now done 3 laps and still 2 seconds away in 7th place. Here comes Leclerc into 4th place on mediums. That's a good time from the Greek driver. That's a really good time from the Greek driver, in fact. He'll be happy with that. That may see him through. As Slim jumps to 4th place. 4 laps on those medium tyres. That's a good time as well. Of course, depending on when it rains during the race. Is it going to rain fairly after the start? That's the question. You could get away with some worn medium tyres. Tyre wear not a big issue around here as we watch Crazy Pal, the Italian driver, coming round the hairpin. Through Portier and into the tunnel he goes. One of my drivers of the season so far, Crazy Pal, just for the improvements this man has made so far this season. Trying to chase his 3rd appearance into Q3, got 9th in Australia qualified. Best qualifying of the season, Netherlands, 6th place. has had scored points 3 out of the 4 races so far this season. Has been getting better and better. Like I said, he's on the verge. He feels like he's knocking on the door of his first ever podium. So nearly got it in the Netherlands last time out. Through Anthony Noakes he goes down the start, finishing straight. Crazy Pat going to give himself a shot of chance at Q3. The answer is, well, that's disappointing. And after that massive build-up I've given Crazy Pat, yeah, we're a little bit disappointed with that. So it's Nova from Hilsrap, from Matt 2, from Slim, and I say that Simon jumps into 4th place in his soft tyres. And now Slim bumps down the order, Leclerc bumps down the order. Knowlesy's gone to 8th place on medium tyres. Great effort there by Knowlesy. Jacob back out, and back out on medium tyres. So who's on the brink here? Granty Boy is out. Of course, Flying Soz is not taking part. He's out. So there's a chance here for the likes of Matt, for the likes of Lennon. Crazy Power, Knowlesy on his return to try and get into a Q3. That coming Knowles down. Knowlesy looking really good. Great return. Knowlesy's got some really good pace, and we know he's quick. I think he had a rotten time in IRC Elite last time by. He got a bit battered and bruised around as Knowlesy gets out the way for his teammate Crazy Power, who's invalidated this lap, and I expect he's going to come in for a fresh set of soft tyres. So who is going to gamble for the softs? Is Knowlesy Leronics, who's 8th place? Crazy Power on the brink there. But who wants to qualify on? Who wants to start the medium tyres? Are the softs the way to go? Jamie has definitely stuck the colours to his mask there in 7th place. There's a great shot down the swimming pool section. And Jamie wanted fast. In fact, it's a purple middle sector. We're into the Rascas comes the racing point now. This looks very interesting from the Dutch driver. Can he get to the top of the timesheets here? Out of Anthony Noakes he comes, a little bit hesitant, a little bit late on the apex and the throttle there, but JB1 jumps into 5th place, just ahead of Leclerc. And this is set up quite nicely. So Jacob goes into 2nd place on the mediums, crucially on the medium tyres for Jacob. That's a huge, huge lap. And Jacob, yet again, as he has done all season, looking mighty, mighty fast in qualifying. However, Nova still seems to be in a complete world of his own at the moment. Just like last season, Nova is a Monaco specialist. And now a bit of a calm before the storm. 4.5 minutes to go. And it's pretty close. Leronics, Knowlesy, I wonder will put soft tyres on. Crazy Power, that would be a bit of a surprise. Can Matt find an improvement? Matt, of course, 12th place for him would be a pretty ideal position, be his best qualifying position of the season without a doubt. But also get a free shot and free range of tyres. And starting in 12th for free range of tyres, I mean, look, if you can put on, if it's due to rain later in the race, if you put on a set of hards, you can probably go your whole stint and then see the rain come in. So it's not all bad starting outside the top 10 at all. Right, who's that going? That's the Mercedes heading out as Leronics is done. Leronics is done. Medium tyres, Nova's definitely done. So there are your best tyres fitted. Matt 2's also done. He's happy. So Slimbo's gone back out there. His best laps on the medium tyres. And again, a medium tyres on again. Is that the same set of medium tyres? I wonder when it's forecast to rain. Matt 2 says Nova isn't that fast around the entire lap, just the final sector. He grabs 5/10 on everybody else. No clue how he manages that. Well, somehow he is managing that, and it's paying absolute dividends. That's interesting. So where is Nova in that last sector, finding all that time as we ride on board with Slim, who is up again on his personal best, just behind Simon, who has done. I tell you what, I thought that stranded car was Simon then. It was the Haas of Bill to Matt getting out the way, so Matt's got a big lap coming up. Crazy Power has got a big lap coming up as well, but Slim in the tunnel section now. Into the hairpin, to Novell chicane, sorry. And up to back, a little onboard shot there, into 6th gear, not into 7th, down a gear into 5th, through to back in the swimming pool section, nearly flat out. Look at that incredible speed. Oh, he's hit the wall there, and that's going to compromise his time. And Slim, look how close it is between Jacob Bradbury and Leclerc as Hilsrap jumps into 2nd place. And that's a great time. On the soft tyres, however, a lovely mix of strategy, and Hilsrap's done. Happy with that and done. Traffic, I tell you what, traffic's not been too much of a problem. Right, what can this man do? Crazy Power, we'll keep an eye on Bill and Matt as well. So Crazy Power, purple first sector, I tell you what, that's the way of starting your lap. Harry says Lennon needs to pull his finger out. Well, Lennon hasn't done a time, he's saving those tyres. He's out now on an out lap, the track should be at its best right now. 1 minute 45 to go. Crazy Power coming through the tunnel. And onto the Novell chicane he comes on board, trunks down the gears into second gear. Oh, a little bit of understeer, in fact, the front wanted to get out there. Recovered it well though, managed to hit the apex, through to back. Oh, again, the car not looking as balanced as we usually see from Crazy Power. And again, I wonder if he's got a bit of a wet setup on, because that car was a bit understeery under braking. And again, through Raskas, he's going to improve here, but is this going to be enough to put him into the top 10? Knowlesy's out there as well. Crazy Power crosses the line and puts himself ninth. He has found the time he needs. What about Bilton Matt? And he's improving as well. Can he get into Q3 for the first ever time? Round Anthony Nogues on board with the young Englishman. Over the grid hatchings, round the start, finishing straight. And he improves, but just stays 12. It was a big improvement as well. Is he going again? I think he's going again. So he did improve. He's got himself right behind Knowlesy. I'll tell you what, Leronix is the man on the verge. Crazy Power's got himself through. Knowlesy now the man on the brink. Harry Burgott says Slim might regret having 4 laps in those medium tyres. He may well do, and in fact he's got softs on now. Although he won't get round in time. He's on an outlap, but he's not going to get round in time. So he'll start on 4-lap old mediums, and depending on when the rain comes in, that could be another qualifying error from Slim. Or has he played the MasterCard? What's Lennon doing out there on soft tyres? Not a good first run. He's just got round in time to go again. So what's Matt? Matt is, 2 tenths down. So Matt with the first man. I think Matt's backed out of it. Checkered flag is out. Slim hasn't got round in time, so he will start on 4-lap old medium tyres. We've got medium, soft, soft, mediums, medium, soft, medium, soft, soft, and Leronix, who's on the verge on the medium tyres. What about Knowlesy, who is up? He's got to find a couple of attempts. Knowlesy, who is stuck to his guard. He's stuck to the medium tyres. Oh, and he's down. This may not be enough for the return for Knowlesy. However, 11th place is a great place to start and a great effort. Round Anthony Nogues he comes. Can he get himself into Q3? Can he knock Leronix out? The answer is no! He did improve, but by not enough. What about Lennon, who's on for a big improvement? Can he get himself into Q3? He's only been Q3 twice this season. Can he make it 3 out of 5? Over the line comes the Williams driver, and Lennon goes into 13th. Not enough for Lennon. And so, Leronix survives on the medium tyres in 10th place. Harry Burgott says he just referred to Matt as young. He's older than you. I know, as soon as I said it, I was like, I don't think so. So, great Q2. And again, a few shocks. Personal best of the season for Matt. Great lap. And that will give him some confidence. It really will. 12th place, 3 Ranger tyres, just like for Knowlesy and Lennon, who, don't forget, Lennon averages 5 places at the start. Doing it round here again would be quite an incredible achievement. And Granty boy, there's a big shot. Lennon says he messed up his first sector and hit the wall. And that's what's cost him getting through. And so here is your Q3 lineup. And Oside Nova on the medium tyres looks to have this. Of course, Nova, our championship leader, of course, has not qualified higher than 3rd so far this season. He's yet to get on the front row. 3rd in Australia has been, and 3rd in Netherlands has been his best qualifying so far. 6th in Bahrain, 5th in Vietnam. Qualifying has not been Nova's strength. However, he looks absolutely mighty so far around here. Q3. Here we go. Who's going to get that pole position? Of course, we are set for a wet race. A dry start, wet race. Frisk says, is that built into your script, Dave? Lennon gains 5 place. Yes, it is. It's even highlighted. Of course, Lennon made up 7 places last time out in the Netherlands. All on track. All overtakes. Who's first out? Who wants the TV time then? Looks like Hills has jumped his teammate. In fact, It's Mr. Usual. It's our championship leader, Osai Nova. First man out there. Our championship leader, of course, and looks like odds-on favourite to take pole position. Or can Jacob pull a rabbit out the hat and try and get his third pole of the season? Can Matt 2 grab his third pole of the season? Only 2 different pole sitters so far this season, despite the 4 different winners and the 8 different podium runners. Just the 2 different pole sitters so far this season. Can Osai Nova get it together when he has to? Osai Nova he's qualified Q1 and Q2s. He's gone very well. He has finished top of a few Q1s and 2s. It's just Q3 where he just seems to struggle. Well, that hasn't affected him too much, of course. He leads the championship by 17 points over the man Drakatos in second place. Then Hilsrap, Slim, Matt 2, and a massive gaggle of cars all follow through the championship. It's super close as Nova builds up the speed and runs down into Sandavot. I'm glad to say we're not seeing too many invalidations. I'll tell you what, he ran so close to the wall on the exit of Sandavot. Round Massenet and into Casino Square he goes. Beautiful place to watch a Formula 1 race, and down into Mirabeau, into Lowe's hairpin. The corners come thick and fast. You're on and off the throttle. You're up and down the gears. Beautifully controlled by Osai Nova. That car looks like on a Scalextrics track, doesn't it? It's absolutely railed. Round the tunnel he comes. Into the Noval chicane. Again, let's go on board. Let's have a look. Pinpoint. Absolute pinpoint. Look at the exit. The wheel didn't even move. Round to back into swimming pool. It's absolute precise pinpoint. This is an absolute master lap from Osai Nova. Round the Rascasse he comes. Into Lowe's hairpin. Again, perfect amount of throttle on the exit. The car is just not moving. And it 107.9, and that is a hell of a marker to put out. What can Slim do? Can he get anywhere near that? Hilsrap's 3.5 seconds back. Slim's a second back. Jacob pits after a scruffy lap. I don't see too many drivers getting near that at all. JB1 third place. As Matt 2 goes second within half a second. Simon is 1.3 back. Leclerc is third, but 0.8 of a second back. What can Crazy Power do? Into 7th place. Leronix in the Ferrari, the German driver. Lennon says that second chicane by Nova. Yeah, it was just outstanding. And Matt 2 wondering as Leronix Angelo goes 7th. Matt 2 was wondering how on earth is he so quick? How on earth is he so much faster than everybody else in Sector 3? And you saw it right there. An absolute masterful lap from our championship leader. And that should be his first pole of the season. That's everyone's first laps in the books. And I think, I'll tell you what, Matt 2 has been, I'll tell you what, qualifying has been so close. Like I said, qualifying this season, there's been no bigger gap than a 10th of a second between pole and second place. I've got a funny feeling that that's about to be smashed by Osai Nova tonight. And we're just waiting for the final runs. Everyone pits in, the calm before the storm, except Jacob Bradbury, who fancies a clear track. What can Jacob do? Can he get his third pole of the season? Tough ask. Is this a race that he can finally turn around his form and finally get himself from the podium and possibly even get himself a win? Because he needs it. He's led 3 of the 4 races comfortably. He should have won 3 of the first 4 races, of course. Hasn't gone his way this season through whether connection issues or binning it by himself. Can he turn this form around? Round the Rascasse he comes. Clear track. Nova shouldn't get in his way. Nova's gone early. And Crazy Power's also done 2 flying laps. So here goes Jacob. Oh no, there's a Renault coming out in front of him. Hopefully that won't affect him too much. I think it's Hilsarap. It is. And Hillsrap gets nicely out the way. Well done, Hillsrap, because that could have been mighty, mighty close. And Jacob on his own way. Through Tabak. Down into Lowe's hairpin. Purple first sector. This looks decent so far from Jacob. Who, of course, Jacob, after the race in the Netherlands, absolutely kicking himself. He was 1.5 seconds in the lead and blew it, spun on his own, hit the wall, and was literally heartbroken. The one that got away for Jacob. Can he start his season here in Monaco? It's purple again. I tell you what, this could be a bit of a special lap here from Jacob. Round the Raskas. Is this going to be a bit of a shock here? Oh, he's blown it in the final sector. He's hit the wall. Is that front wing damage and all that promise? He still goes into third place. He's got front wing damage. And after so much promise, Jacob blew it on the final corner, and Anthony knows. And Nova is going faster. Oh, I can't believe it. Red Bull currently third and fourth. Nothing between them, as has been the case a lot this season. Jamie Warren on for a 6th place as it stands. That will be by far his best qualifying. And Simon, who hasn't featured, they featured once in the top 10 so far in qualifying. He's on for a great qualifying. Hillsrap, well, he needs to improve. In fact, Hillsrap is a bit further back. Nova will be the first man out there to complete his time. Purple, oh, he's going a bit quicker. He can edge out another 10th here. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. A little bit of oversteer coming up the swimming pool section. Oh, I tell you what, the Raskas looks incredibly quick. Round Anthony knows. Is Nova going to improve? He didn't. He did lose time coming up the swimming pool. Jacob's going to pit. It's a short pit lane, of course. It's a short lap. New front wing for him. So who else? Well, Matt 2, the reigning champion out there. Here he is. He is coming round the hairpin. Through through Portier and into the tunnel. Can he get anywhere near Osai Nova? Can he extend his front row position? We're used to seeing such a close qualifying. Jamie 1 goes into third place. What a time and what a lap by the Dutchman. My word, where has this come from? His previous best qualifying has been 9th. And even that was by quite some way. And this is a bit of a turn up. Of course, Jamie 1, of course, he's not a stranger to the front of the field, is he? As Matt 2 abandons that lap. Jamie 1, twice a runner-up, of course. Was completely missing last season. Didn't get his first points till Monaco last season, of course. Great to see him fighting. Hillsrap's gone 7th. Drakatos Leclerc is not bothering with the chicane. So he's going to go again. Hillsrap 7th place, just behind his teammates. The Red Bulls are close. The Renaults are close. There's not too much between the AlphaTauris either. So Hillsrap pits. Simon in, so the final run's about to begin. Jamie 1, wow, what a lap. It's great to see the Dutchman back up there, it really is. Absolutely, and he may have time to go again. I tell you what, I would love to see Jamie 1 back with him. It's been a long, long time since we saw the Dutchman on the podium. He's put himself in a fantastic position. He's in the pits, right, Crazy Power in a flying lap right now. Here he is coming through Casino Square. Oh, little Miss Apex completely. Crazy Power, whose car is usually so well balanced. He's 2/10 down his own personal best. I'm a bit staggered how Crazy Power's got to Q3. Every time we've been on board with him, the understeers looked horrific. However, he is battling out there. Round Portier into the tunnel he comes. And Crazy Power, whose car is usually so well balanced and looks pretty railed. Looks a bit of a mess. Another lock up there. And again, a little wiggle on. Look at that again. Having to correct the car all the way through the exit of the chicane. Through to back into the swimming pool section. He is up now. He's got to find quite a bit of time to... Oh, and invalidate and just saved. That was well saved. Big tank slapper coming out the swimming pool section. And that was well saved. And JB1 is done. He's happy enough. Can he hold on to third? Can Crazy Power? He's gonna go again, but he's limping, and I'll tell you what, I think Crazy Power's done. So Crazy Power done, JB1 done. The fight for pole. Osai Nova, Matt 2 out there as well. Here we go. It's going to get frantic, folks. I think Jacob's been the first man to do his time. Yes, he is. Of course, he purple first sected, purple second sected, hit the wall on the Anthony Nogues on the exit, and blew his chance of getting pole. Beautiful shot there coming for the casino. Look at that. Inches off the barrier. And he's way down in sector 1. Way down. This is nowhere near going to be enough then. Nova set to improve. What about Slim? He's coming up the hill now, but Ravage. Osai Nova's in the casino and he's improving. Oh, wow! By nearly 0.2 of a second. I have never seen such a gap between pole. In fact, this will no doubt be a record for the gap between pole and second place. We're so used to the top 10 being separated by less than a second. Nova is blowing the field apart. Of course, we may be seeing some different strategies and setups out there with the wet weather to come in the race. But Osai Nova is absolutely blowing the field apart. The championship leader who lost that incredible 13-race podium run. 0.2 of a second up. This is quite incredible. This is a hell of a lap. Round the Rascasse he comes. And just to make no doubt about it, Osai Nova is going to cross the line and improves by 0.2 at 107.6. And you will not see many faster laps in that anywhere in esports. Slim jumps to 4th place. Big lap there from Slim. What about Matt 2, the reigning champion? Matt 2 Nova seems to be one of their own at the moment. Here comes Matt 2, over the line he comes. He improves, but he's still over half a second back. Leclerc's invalidated. Jacob is going faster. Simon's in 8th. Simon is done in 8th place. That's his best qualifying of the season so far. What can Jacob do? Cut it. Oh, and again he's hit the wall. Into swimming pool he goes, and he's down on sector 2. Jamie Wan's in for an incredible 3rd place. Oh, he's caught Crazy Power. Shouldn't get in the way too much. He doesn't. Round Anthony Nogues he comes. Hillsrap is in 7th. Leronix Angelo is in 9th. And Jacob into 3rd place. What a sector 3. He needed that. He was just off Matt 2. Whoa, talk about pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Jacob's done it right there. But it is Osai Nova with the biggest gap I've ever seen between pole and second. And that is one of the fastest times. That is so close to pro level Monaco lap times. Well, it's going to be a dry start. Set to be wet later in the race. Can Nova handle it in all conditions? That's the question. But there is your grid. Championship leader Osai Nova with a 107.6. That is pro times. Matt 2, 2nd place. My word, he needs to bounce back here. Jacob 3rd. I'm pretty sure Jacob will start on mediums as well. Jamie 1, by far his best qualifying of the season, in 4th place. Slimbo in 5th. That's his best Monaco performance for a long time. Leclerc there in 6th place. Bit of a surprise. Leclerc hasn't quite got it going so far this evening. I was about to say weekend again. Hillsrap 7th place after storming to a victory last time out. Simon best qualifying in 8th. Leronix in 9th. And Crazy Power 10th. This is set up to be absolutely fantastic. So we wait for the race to load up. Let's take a look at the stats in the championship so far as we wait for the race. So there's your stats after 4 rounds. 2 different pole sitters. We'll make that 3 now. We've had 8 different podium finish. We have had 4 different winners. 4 fastest laps. And I'll tell you what, that could change. We could have some new podium runners today. We could have our 5th winner. Although Osai Nova, that's the man to beat. In terms of the championship, let's get that up right now. The championship going into this round 5. For that to happen, I need to remove that screen. There we go. Round 5 here in Monaco. Renault have a little lead, 26 points. But however, Slim and Hills are up a little bit down the order. It's the Red Bulls, now for Romeos, and the AlphaTauris, which look set to capitalise on the Renaults. Still some drivers yet to score points. Flying Soz there, one of the biggest ones yet to score points. Can Bilton Matt get his first points after his best qualifying of the season so far? But there you go, Dracotos Leclerc. He's down there in 7th place. Matt 2 2nd. Slim and Hills are both in the top 10. Dan Murphy will be starting towards the back. Can drivers like Simon and Jamie and Jacob get their seasons well and truly up and running? Let's find out, because we're about to start the formation lap now. And the big question is, what tyres have people gone for? Doesn't look too, the sun is shining, so it doesn't look too overcast out there at the moment. 20 drivers, as Ricky Kaká says, Dave, the best commentator in esports. Thank you very much, my man. Harry Burkott says, the biggest gap I've seen from first to 10th in this league. Absolutely. We're usually seeing gaps of 8, 7 tenths of a second in the top 10. However, absolute dominant from outside Nova. So, Nova pole, championship leader, mediums from the front three. Jamie 1. My word, I would love to see Jamie 1 fighting back up the front. It's great to see, and soft tyres. Can he get the launch off the line and try and get into that top three? Slim there in 5th place, medium tyres. Leclerc, oh, he's going to be one to watch. Oh, he is. Soft tyres, 6th place, and a man who loves an overtake. Hills are up there in 7th on soft, so is Simon, the French driver, in 8th. Leronix in 9th place on the medium tyres. He's going to be under a bit of threat from Crazy Pat behind 10th. And then Nolsey, medium. Matt, medium after his best qualifying. Lennon, medium. Granty Boy, Flying Sods, BP, Frisky, Stee, Lucas, Dan Murphy, all on the medium tyres. And that suggests to me that they don't want to risk hards, and the rain could be coming pretty early. And look, yeah, looking overcast there on the hills in the background. So when will the rain come? Nobody's gone hards. Are we all going to get through lap 1? This could be crazy. It could be chaotic. Expect safety cars. Expect wet weather. Expect the unexpected. We've had 4 fantastic, unpredictable and absolute thrilling rounds so far. What is Monaco going to throw up for us? A full grid. Some of the best drivers here in esports. What twist and turn is this championship going to take now? Let's hope we can get a better view of the lights as we wait for the lights to come on. And here we go, the lights are on indeed, and that's the view we want. 5 lights, and round 5 from Monaco is go! It's a nice start from Nova. It's a great start from Jacob Bradbury. Oh, the order's going a bit out of sync here. So can they all get through? Jamie 1's at the 3rd place. I think he's done it. They're side by side with Jacob. Matt 2's had a horrible start. He's holding everybody up. Can Matt 2 get through? Into 3rd. Safety car. Chaos at the back. Oh, I can see chaos. Penalties galore as well. What on earth has happened at the back? And usually lap 1 is so well behaved. Oh no, Matt in 13th as a penalty. Bit of front wing damage there as well. What on earth has happened at the back of the field? Well, as we saw Jamie and Jacob Matt 2 going 3 abreast into Casino Square. Jamie did come out in 3rd. Matt's 10th. But what penalties are these? 5 seconds, 5 seconds. I tell you what, 5 seconds, if it's not in the pit lane, can be challenged if we feel wrongdoing. I wonder if it's 5 seconds collisions under the safety car. It must be. No retirements. The safety car has gone out. I've got a feeling these 5 seconds have been brought. Well, they'll all serve it in the pits, of course. If they serve the penalties in the pits, then there's nothing we can do. There's no wiping of the 5 seconds. And that will be crushing to Matt, who hasn't scored a point all season. And look how many cars are coming in the pits. Matt's going on. Matt's going on. He said, give me the track position. Simon pits. Crazy Power pits. Nosy pits. Oh my word, there has been contact galore. And for the past few seasons, we have had no troubles in lap 1 around Monaco. All of a sudden, all hell has broke loose. Matt goes on, I tell you what. It's only minor front with an end plate. Granty Boy, what a start! Up 5 places. Stee up to 10th place. Up 8. What a return for Stee. My word, BP 11th. The other has he got front wing damage as well? Of course, he's on medium tyres. He hasn't got front wing damage. He has a 5 second penalty. He's got, oh my word, both Haas drivers have gone on. And of course, there was a little bit of beef between the Haas drivers last time out in the Netherlands. And they've both got 5-second penalties and both didn't pit. Dan Murphy up 7. Let's look at the guys who have stopped then. It starts with Dan Murphy managed to, I think, avoid all the chaos. Trying to get my head around. Lennon says absolute chaos at the start. Like I said, so rare we've had chaotic starts around Monaco. So Simon, what tyres have these boys got on? Hard tyres for Simon. Mediums for Crazy Power. Hills are up. Oh no, what a disaster for Hills are up. Medium tyres for Hills are up. And a man who won last week is down there in 16th place. Lennon, soft tyres. Lennon going to get some overtaking done. Knowlesy, nightmare return for him. What tyres did he put on? We know the predicted pit stop strategy. Soft tyres for Knowlesy. Soft tyres for Frisky. Mediums for Flying Soz. And of course the safety car is out, which means the rain is going to hit a bit earlier. Frisky Biscuit also doesn't know what happened. A lot of confusion out there of what on earth happened. Even the drivers, I don't even get their head around what just went down. Let me see if I can find the chat. So Hills are up, not happy. Frisky, they're not happy. It looks like the midfield got absolutely jammed, which is so unusual, and we'll have to look at some footage and see what on earth happened. But I say it's so rare. We've had problems in Monaco's usually been pretty clean, pretty tidy, especially the first few laps. So let's get the tyres in. So Simon's gone hard. That's interesting. Is he thinking the rain's going to come later on? And of course, a bit of a reprieve here for Matt 2. Matt 2 was under some serious pressure from Jamie 1 before the safety car came out. He had a horrible start, couldn't get those tyres warmed up. And don't forget, Jamie 1 will have some nice, grippy, warmed up soft tyres. Can he get at Matt 2? Safety car in this time by. And of course, are we going to get a repeat of last season's epic race between Nova and Matt 2, where Nova won by 5,000ths of a second? Matt is in 8th place there, has that 5-second penalty hanging over him, of course. Safety car make him out a few more times, or even virtuals, and he could serve it under that. Right, we're going to go green now. Nova now takes over the lead of the safety car. Still 20 cars remaining. Let's get some racing in. We're green, and we go. Nova gets a nice jump, and in fact the front two. Where's Jamie gone? Oh, yellow flags again in sector 3. I can't see any position changes though. And Jamie got caught completely off guard under his soft tyres. Jacob right behind. There's Slim. There's Leclerc. Lironics with a fantastic start as well. A bit of a gap then to Matt, who's got Granty Boy right behind him. And Steve right behind him as well. So is his teammate, Haas teammate at BP. Bit of a gap then to Lucas. I tell you what, the restart's caught a few drivers off guard, hasn't it? Matt's lost 2 seconds to the front, guys, so he was caught lapping a little bit on the restart as well. Jamie 1 has had an awful restart, already 2 seconds back from the front two. As we wait for the rain, of course. Can Matt 2 stay within Nova? He will want to take points off Nova. He does not, for the third race, or the second race running, want to lose and more points to the championship leader. I'm trying to keep an eye on those soft runners as well. Lennon, Knowlesy, Frisky, all on the soft tyres. Jamie Wall's got a bit of a jam behind him, hasn't he? Jacob's there, Leclerc's there, Slimbo's there. And of course, it's all about keeping that front wing intact through Anthony Noakes. Jamie, oh, and Jacob, big wiggle there. Big slice of oversteer coming out of Anthony Noakes. Restart looks a lot cleaner now. Look at the gap. Big gap, these 3 seconds now. Matt is starting to pull away from Granty Boy. So the race already starting to come into 2. The front 7. 8, 9 and 10. I'll tell you what, Dan Murphy has also lost a bit of touch with everybody at the moment. 13th place, he's got Simon and Crazy Power, Hills up Lennon, Knowlesy, Frisky and Flying Soz all together. And already Oside Nova has got out of DRS of Matt 2, but Jamie 1's the man with a queue behind him. And already we've got a bit of a Monaco train here. Those soft tyres should go okay. Because Jamie 1, this will be by far his best result of the season if it was to stay. A long way to go, I know. But Jamie 1's best result so far, 7th in Vietnam, he's had 10th in Bahrain. He didn't finish in Australia or the Netherlands. And he will absolutely be loving, of course, our 2-time runner-up in the previous seasons, of course. Great to see him back at the front. But already 3 seconds behind the front two. And DRS will be enabled this time by. DRS will not have much effect. It's so hard to overtake around Monaco. DRS now enabled. That'll be for next time by. Jacob so close to the back of J1. Of course, he needs a podium. He needs to get going. Slim right behind as well, who had his first podium of the season last time out. Literally Jacob pushing Jamie alone in the Casino Square. Leclerc is also right behind the back of Simon. Leronics has dropped back now to 2 seconds. I tell you what, there is definitely some different setups out there. Some drivers are definitely waiting for the wet weather conditions. No doubt about it. Leronics, whose car I thought looked a little bit heavy in qualifying. Matt now 4 seconds adrift, and look at the queue behind him. He's got the McLaren boys, the Granty Boy and Steve. He's got BP, he's got Lucas, he's got Dan Murphy, Simon. In fact, he's got the whole pack behind him. Matt holding on because he's got front wing damage as well, and he is holding on for dear life. Yet to score a point in Zenith. Can he change that this time by? Matt ideally will be hoping for that rain to come soon, and when that happens, also possibly a virtual safety car, because he has got the pack right behind him. There's Granty Boy. Granty Boy yet again coming through the field, by the way. No stranger to that this season. If he can just sort his qualifying out, my words. Crazy Power picks up the first 3-second penalty straight away, followed by Lennon. And in come the 3-second penalties. Right, will Granty Boy have a look this time by? Lennon pits. Lennon's out. And Granty Boy gets through. Oh no! And Matt's gone wide. And was there contact? Let's get the replay. Granty Boy had the inside line. Oh, he did. And the contact there with Matt. Matt had to get out of it. And now poor Matt down to 17th place. Yellow flags for Lennon's car, of course, but manners there from Granty Boy on. Of course, Granty Boy's just served a Q3 ban. And poor Matt, well, I believe it, running the points for the first time. Front wing damage on both end plates. There's a long way to go. But my word, that is an absolute disaster. At the front, Matt too's got right behind the back of Osai Nova here for the lead of the race. This is not a foregone conclusion. Jacob's got a penalty. Oh my word. Jacob, who has done so well with penalties this season, has already got one. Frisky's now got a penalty as well, and penalties are coming in thick and fast. As the rain clouds are coming in, they're coming in thick as well. Look at that massive cloud over the landscape there. Oh, that's looking tasty, isn't it? Jacob still stuck behind the back of Jamie Waters, doing a fantastic job there. Leronics still can't catch this battle. Granty Boy trying to make up the 6 seconds, 7 seconds on Leronics. He's pulling away from Steve. Steve in the points. How about that? BP as well. He has that 5-second penalty overhanging him. As Hilsrap gets past Crazy Power. And oh, double lock up there for Simon. And Hilsrap has passed Crazy Power on track. That's a legit move. So Hilsrap trying to recover back through the field as well. Harry Burkhardt says his faith and allegiance in Lennon is being tested right now. Slimbo's a penalty. Leclerc's got a penalty as well. And I'll tell you what, this is the difference between Matt 2 and Oside Nova and these boys here, and Jamie 1 for that match, these boys here, as Jamie 1 pits on lap 9. Oh, but he's messed up the pit entry completely. And that's cost him time. Oh, what a shame for Jamie 1. The soft tyre's gone already. It releases Jacob, releases Slim, Leclerc. Jamie 1 softs again. He knows the weather's coming in. Oh, it's in the front wing change. I'll tell you what, he's done that on the pit entry. And any chance of his first podium of the season may have just gone begging there. That rain looks like it's coming in very soon. Oh, flying swords penalty. And oh, contact with Frisky. Frisky manages to hold position. Currently it's 16th place for Frisky Biscuit. Has he got damage? Yes, he has. Front wing end plate damage there. Flying Saws in an eager move to get through. Knowlesy right behind his teammate Crazy Power as well. But what's this train here? My word. This is the Steve train. What a train. It's a Granty Boy in that. 7th place Granty Boy's got a whole host of cars behind him. Steve, as that Leclerc passes Jacob. Has Jacob made a mistake because he's dropped 2 places? Slim's got through. Leclerc's got through. Oh, Jacob, not again. Front wing damage, yes he has, is the answer. Is he going to pit? In fact, Leclerc pits for his softs. Now they're in the same party chat, so I don't think Jacob wanted to queue. Nosy penalty. Leclerc changing his front wing. My word. Mediums for Leclerc. He doesn't think it's going to rain anytime soon. Granty Boy up to 6th, up to 7th, BP up to 8th, and the order and the rear gunners move up. Classic Monaco train here. You love to see it, don't you? And Frisky's also going to get Leclerc by the look of it as well. He does. And Leclerc drops all the way down to 16th place. Because that's going to be the same fate for Jacob when he pits. And all of a sudden, Slimbo finds himself in 3rd place. You've got to keep out of the ball. Leronic's there in 5th place. Tell you what, Leronic's had a great race so far. Starting 9th place, he's come through to 5th. Granty Boy just starting to gap his teammate Stee. And Stee is starting to pull away from BP. Stee in a fantastic 7th place so far with some great pace. Look at the clouds, they're coming in and they look heavy. Look at this Monaco train behind BP. Lucas, great recovery drive from him as Flying Saws is getting past Frisky Biscuit down the chicane. Has got it done. Long way to go. Only lap 11. Anything can happen. Nova leads by half, well, just over half a second. These two are way, way out in front. Just gonna check the chat, nothing happening there. And these two, battle resumed from last season. Look at this, Leronic's and yellow flags, and an off it looks like Frisky Biscuit, and it is. On the Anthony Nugs, he's missed the pit lane and completely lost his front wing. And that is a disaster. You'll want to avoid getting lapped. He's got to do a whole lap with no front wing. That's going to hurt. But a great battle here between Jacob, who's got front wing damage, and Angelo Leronix. Jacob's, has he got more front wing damage? That looks like Jacob's car. He has. He's lost another chunk. And Leronix just tried a little move on the inside. Couldn't get it done. And it's starting to rain. The rain is falling. And timing into the pits. The lights have come on around Monaco. As you can see on the helicopter shot, spits of rain. I'll tell you what, that may be why Frisky Biscuit didn't pit. Maybe he's holding out as a... I'll tell you what, that's good sportsmanship. Jacob lets Leronix through. He's struggling like mad. He knows it. With both end plates now missing, he's not holding up Leronix anymore. He's let him go, and what a race the German driver's having. Now into 4th place. Granty Boy could sniff something here. What a race Granty Boy is having. The rain is falling and falling. Let's go on board to Granty Boy. And look, there are the drops and spits of rain as Leclerc gets past Flying Sauce, does the fastest lap. Penalties are stacking up. Matt's now got a 3-second penalty. Who will be the first to stick on the intermediate tyres? Granty Boy has already caught Jacob up. Oh, this will be agonising for Jacob. And for the 5th race running, Jacob is finding himself going backwards, but always not lost. Who is that? That's Hillsdrop looking at Simon there. Hillsdrop, a man on a mission. Yet again, Crazy Power right behind him. As Matt passes Frisky. Frisky in the pits and putting on inters. He had to, really. He had the front wing damage. As Hillsdrop does get past Simon in the tunnel. How about that? The move's not done. Simon has the inside. The Frenchman should hold it here. Hillsdrop to get through the inside. Oh, don't make contact. Great racing. That one, look at the replay. There was no contact. Little tap there, but Hillsdrop knew when to get out of it. He also got a little wiggle on as well, didn't he? Simon defended that well and holds position 11th place. Look at this queue, and Jacob pits. And is it too early for inters? That's the question. They're waiting really for the DRS enabled, a disabled sign. The rain is coming down quite heavy. Leclerc's already covered up to 13th place. He is absolutely flying. Of course, he's got to stop again. This could be a nightmare race for the Red Bull drivers yet again. And here are the leaders. There's Nova. There is Matt 2. When do they pit? Sensors will be an absolute overdrive right now. Of course, Slim has a 3-second penalty. Leronix now catching him. Granty Boy and Stee have come through the pack together. Absolutely brilliantly. BP holding on well there in 7th place as well. Right behind the back of Stee. They've got on. Frisky picks up a penalty. The big battle is here though. as a yellow flags. Oh, it's a Alfa Romeo. It looks like Frisky as Dan Murphy has gone straight on the chicane here, and Simon gets past, and Hilsrup gets past. Oh, agonising. They're struggling. Oh, they are struggling out there now. Yellow flags. I think Frisky's out, and Frisky's out. Frisky's struggling it out on the Inters, and they are struggling on slick tyres. Oh, there's Frisky. He's binned it in Raskas. So it's not ready for Inters. However, they're struggling out there on the slicks, and Grandy Boy pits for intermediates. He wants no more part with these slick tyres. They are struggling out there right now. The rain continues to fall. Steen now in 5th place. Would you look at that? What a fantastic drive. Of course, he's in the medium tyres. BP now in 6th. He's got a 5-second penalty to take in the pits. He'll be kicking himself over that one. Lucas in 7th. What a great come-through drive he's had. And Leclerc gets past Crazy Power. They're side by side into Lowe's hairpin. Leclerc should have the inside line and does. Leclerc, another overtake by Leclerc. I tell you what, he's having a great race, but he's going to have to stop again. And of course, what queuing are we going to get? Yellow flag, sector 1. Is that Haas? It is. It's Matt. Matt's had an off at Sandevot. How are our Inter runners doing? Watch for that gap between Flying Soz and Granty Boy. That's going to be the casing point of when to stop for Inter. And I'll tell you what, Granty Boy is catching Flying Soz. And Slim pits. Yellow flags in sector 2. What we got now? Who's now had an off? I think it's just for Matt, to be honest, as, more runners. Oh, and what's going on here? Simon is coming in the pits, cuts off Dan Murphy. Late call there by Simon to pit. What on earth happened there? Oh, look, Hilsrup hit him. Hilsrup and Simon came together. They all struggled round, looks like round the Raskas. Simon gets out just ahead of the McLaren driver of Stee. Oh my word, it's absolutely carnage out there as they try and survive on the slick tyres. Now Slim has rejoined and DRS disabled. That's the cue, that's a sign for wet tyres. Nova and Matt 2 doing a fantastic job. Although Matt 2 seems to have the better car on the wet conditions. Oh, look at the struggling out there. They both make it to the pits. Leronic's there in 3rd. Lucas in 4th place. Yet to pit. Oh my word, Lucas, he lost it. The guys on slicks cannot handle the wet conditions. Hillsup's got front wing damage. Dan Murphy crawling. Crazy Power crawling. Jamie's going to have to stop again as well. They are absolutely struggling. Even intermediate guys are struggling. Granty Boy's telling his plot to perfection. BP's rejoined in 14th. Just ahead of Jacob. Oh, it's gone dreadfully wrong for Jacob. Matt's in for a new front wing intermediates. So Leronix exits the pits. Of course, Lucas may not have to queue. Slim right behind him on the intermediate. Slim is could be on for a podium here. Right, here comes Slim. Now, will he get out ahead of Leronix? That's the question in the Ferrari. There comes the Ferrari man. And Slim... Oh, he hit the wall. Did he get damaged? The answer is no. He got away with that one. I know we've got more pit stops here. Yellow flags. Someone's lost it. BP going backwards. Oh, it's so hard to keep up with. It's absolute carnage out there. Granty Boy's in 5th place. Simon 6th. Jamie Wan's now. Oh, Jamie Wan looking so good for a podium for so long. Stee there in 8th place with Leclerc and Jacob, the 2 Red Bull boys right behind him. BP is come out in 13th place. As Jacob has made a mistake. No, it's Leclerc again getting past. He's going to fight this. Down the inside goes Steve. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. No, there is nothing wrong with that. That's what Leclerc's been doing to drivers, and Leclerc had a bit of his own medicine there. Well, Steve is not. I tell you what. Let's get some position change. They're all intermediates, we know that. Penalty-wise, Slim has 3 seconds. Leronix. Wow, that could work for Leronix. He could win for another podium. Granty Boy, what a recovery by Granty Boy. But Leclerc's got 3 seconds. Jacob's got 6. Knowlesy's got 3. Crazy Power's got 3. BP's got 3. Hills are up yet to get any. Flying Sauce 6. Oh, the racing points. What a disaster has happened to them. And there are your position changes. Angelo Laronic's up 5, Granty Boy up 9, Lucas up 12. Steve with Leclerc right behind him. Jacob not catching as quick as in wet conditions. It's great to see Steve in the points, and Leclerc literally pushing up the hill. Jacob did a penalty. Are we going to see a move here from Leclerc in Casino Square? The answer is no. He may fancy his chances down into Mirabeau. In fact, he's going for it in Mirabeau. It's take 2. Here we go again. And this time I think he's got the move down. He has. That's a great clean move yet again. As Harry Burgott says, feel for Bilton, Matt. He could have been up there with Steve. He had a tangle with Granty. Yeah, I tell you what. We'll have to see that one again because Matt will be absolutely gutted. So Leclerc's got through. He'll now get onto the back of Lucas. Simon's had a... Well, Simon was going backwards at the start, of course. He's now back up in 6th place now. Gap at the front. Still just the smallest of margins. How heavy is this rain going to be? Is the rain in for the race? Is it going to get heavier? Is it going to dry up again? Lap 18. We're not even half the distance yet. And the race has already been quite a crazy and frenetic one. 2 retirements so far. That's Frisky and Lennon. Osai Noe just feels comfortable there with Matt 2 behind him. And Leclerc has already got past Lucas. Leclerc is absolutely flying these wet weather conditions. And now he'll get on his way to pretty quickly catch the back of Simon. Leclerc is flying. Hills are at penalty. The penalties are racking in. The rain continues to fall here at Monaco. And this man is making some moves. He pulled a great move on Steve, a great move on Lucas, and now he's got the Frenchman Simon firmly in his sights. Osai Nova continues to pull away from Matt 2. They are in a complete world of their own. We're not used to seeing this in Zenith F1 Esports. It's usually so close together, but as ever, Monaco is a completely different race to no other. And that rain seems to be falling even heavier, and Leclerc has caught the back of the Frenchman. There is Simon. Lucas, I think, will be happy to score points. Lucas has not scored points since Australia in round 1. He's had a nightmare season up until now. Can he hold it? Steve, wow, what a return from Steve. 9th place, that would be some incredible points for Steve. Jacob 10th. Jacob not really catching the back. In fact, he's got Knowlesy right behind him. And Knowlesy's return right behind the back of Jacob. Oh, yellow flags. And Matt's out. What a shame for Matt. What a shame. I'm going to see if the tangle with Granty Boy really put him on the back foot. He was 8th. Running in 8th. Don't forget, Baku next. Bilton Matt goes very well around Baku. Looking forward to seeing him around there. So Leclerc's right behind Simon. And as we've seen already, Leclerc is not afraid to make some moves. Granty Boy, 15 seconds at the road. What? If Granty Boy can just sort out his qualifying, he again would be no doubt about it, a legit championship contender again. Yellow flags, that's a Haas. Is that BP? It is. Who is that going slow? Jamie 1? Or is it just it looks like a phantom yellow flag? Hills are up, lining up BP. Can't make a move here. This is for 13th place. Hills are out. Will be absolutely gutted off the start of the race he made. Oh, and Crazy Power. And look who's together on track again. Crazy Power and BP are together again. Of course, BP held up Crazy Power and cost Crazy Power his first podium in Zenith last time out in the Netherlands. And now Crazy Power sort of retained the favour on his good friend BP. Of course, these two are very, very good friends. The Italian and the Dutchman with the Greek driver right behind him. In fact, Flying Soz, the other Greek driver, right behind him in 15th place. And is that... Was that Hills up letting Flying Soz go there? Hills got no damage. So Flying Soz believes he's the quicker driver. And BP and Crazy Power side by side, Casino Square. Oh, and it ended wrong for BP. He's hit the wall. You've got to have complete cooperation between the two drivers. Here we go again. both of them didn't want to get out of it. It was a half slide for BP. His front wing damage. And those two have not been afraid to race each other hard this season. Crazy Power holds on to 12th place. And I was saying in qualifying, Crazy Power's car looks awful in the understeer, which is unlike Crazy Power. Usually got a very balanced setup, and his setup is doing him no favours in this race whatsoever. However, as Hillsrup gets back past Flying Sauce, Flying Sauce has made an error, and BP, damn, everybody joined the party. What's happened to the Racing Points? They were looking so good before the rain came, and now J1 had a chance for a podium, of course. At the front, Nova leads by 1 second. Yellow flags, that's BP out at the swimming pool section. And a virtual safety car. They all slam on the Delta, of course. That virtual caught many out then. Virtual safety car, and it's another bad day for the Hasses. I think BP's lasted more laps than what he expected. Not a good day for Haas. Not a good day for Lennon or Frisky either. And then there were 16 runners and riders. Leclerc's caught Simon, but hasn't done much about him, has he? He's been carving his way through the cars, and now right behind the back of Simon. Oh, don't overtake him, Leclerc. That's still waiting for green. Should be going green any second now. Of course, Leclerc does have that penalty as well. And still the virtual is out, and now it goes green. That did Leclerc no favours at all. Right in the braking zone. Steve's been caught by Jacob. Oh, and that was Nosey hitting the wall. Got away with that one. We saw that, Nosey. Let's see if we got it on the exit. No, we did. There in the background. Nosey hit the wall. What a chance of points on his return. Has Steve made a mistake somewhere? Still got front wing damage, but Jacob's got a ton of penalties. Steve's now got a penalty as well. And Steve looks like he's struggling just a little bit there, and Nosey right behind. And Jacob right behind as well. Crazy Power's a good 7 seconds adrift. As yellow flags again. Who now's gone off? Is that... It's Matt 2! Matt 2's out! Oh my word, for the second race running, our reigning champion is out! There he is, buried in the chicane. I cannot believe it. That is absolutely incredible. Matt 2, for the third time this season, will not score. For the second race running, will not score. DNF, the Zenith, the champion curse continues. My word, and sure that gives it to Nova. But that is huge. The championship leader leads, and Matt 2 is going to score nil points yet again. Jan Vederbrink says, what a crazy race till now. Well, it has been. It really has been. Lucas up to 7th place. Steve up 10. Unbelievable race from Steve. And still he holds off Jacob. Where's Jacob gone? Where's Jacob gone? Has he got damages? He made that rain's falling harder. That rain is absolutely hammering down. And Jacob's got front wing damage. Is he going to put on full wets? Harry Bergard says that's a shock. It is. Matt 2's gone again. Is this full wets? Front wing change looks like intermediates to me. That rain is coming down heavy, and no doubt about it. Is that what caught? Is that what caught our reigning champion out? I have never seen Matt 2. And Matt 2 is not happy. I don't think there was contact with outside Nova. I don't think it was close enough. Oh, Jacob, 5-second penalty. Jacob's season is just unraveling. And look at this man here, Slim. Oh, and more yellow flags. And Jacob's gone. What is going on? And full wet for Hilserapp. Where? Jacob's lost it. Oh, Hilserapp can't control the car. The full wets are not getting in the grip. Well, the rain is absolutely lashing down here in Monaco. My word, I have no idea what's going to happen. Slim, second place, as Lee Gilchrist says, the curse. Oh, yes, the curse, all right. A safety car. Flying Saucer's gone. Flying Saucer's now gone. They're falling like flies here. He's got the chicane. Leclerc pits as he put it on full wets. What is going on out there? That safety car does not help Slim one bit with his penalty. Steve passes Leclerc. Leclerc's on full wets then. I tell you what, I don't dare predict the end results of this race. 13 runners, Jacob out, Matt out, both Hasses out, both Williams are out, Frisky out. Let's draw some breath here. Nova pits, has he got a full wets? Jacob is apparently has come together with Jamie 1. Full. No, Inters. Is that Inters for. That's Inters for Oside Nova. Nova. Slim's gone on. Slim's gone on. So Slim won't pass Nova. He's happy with Inters. Now, what does Angelo Leronics? He's gone for Inters, but that rain is a lot heavier. Will Granty Boy pit? Will Simon pit? Of course, Simon again. In fact, he's caught Granty Boy because another beneficiary of a safety car for Simon. Are they going to pit? Granty Boy does, and Simon goes, you know what? No, not for me. So, Inters. So, anyone going to risk the full wets? So far, Leclerc has. Granty Boy says no. Of course, we saw Hillsrop struggling on the full wet. In fact, Hillsrop's come back in for Inters. Lucas up to 5th, my word. Well, it wouldn't be a new winner, and it wouldn't be new podium runners as it stands. Although, with 3-second penalty to Slim, Simon and Lucas are yet to get a podium this season. As Simon desperately tries to warm up his tyres, the safety car queue is still pretty big. So there's Nova. Look at that rain lashing down. Surely it's wets. Crazy power pits for wets. Hillsrop's been in and out, and in and out. And he's been lapped. Oh, disaster. So that pit stop to Inters has cost him. He's been lapped. Oh, my word. Hillsrop will be last week's winner, of course. And he won in style. And we said anything can happen in Monaco. It throws up some crazy races. And we're seeing it right now. So Leclerc and Crazy Power have gambled on the full wets. Slim, who's usually a master at picking up 3-second penalties, has got that 3 seconds there. Leronics on the Inters there. And they're all pitting for full wets. Surely that's for full wet tyres. Are they trying to do something different on Nova? Nova will be going, where's everybody gone? And it is full wets. And Nova, who had this race in the bag, who has been in a different world round here, has he been caught out? Simon pits. Lucas pits. Ferrari are going, hold on, we've just stopped the Ronix. Now you can have your turn. Stee goes on intermediate. Stee's in 4th place. Who's got it right? Hillsrop pitted for wets again. Knowlesy in for full wets. Granty Boy pits for full wets. Jamie 1 now in. I imagine Dan Murphy will follow suit. Oh my word, and the only man who hasn't, who feels comfortable, is race leader and our championship leader, Oside Nova. This is absolutely fascinating. Who's got it right? Who's made the right call? Hopefully safety car will come in this time and we can get going, because I think the rain's actually easing off. Oh, looking pretty heavy there. Oside Nova will be thinking in his head, what do I do? Do I pit for the full wets? Or do I keep track position? This is beautifully poised. Safety car is not in. Another lap around the safety car. That rain is lashing. Will Nova pit? Will Nova pit? No. He wants those Inters on. No chance that Nova's pitting. Track position. Steve pits. He's got... Oh no, how far is this going to drop him? Oh, full wets for Steve, and hopefully it won't drop him too far down. Oh, he may come out in fifth, you know. Simon hasn't really caught the pack up. Slim 5-second penalty for colliding with Hilsrap. Well, Hilsrap like a lap down. Hilsrap's out. Oh my word, has Slim just retired his teammate? Oh, 5-second penalty. I have no idea what has happened there as Steve's come out in 7th place. And hopefully we can go green flag racing this time by, because Osai Nova, our runaway leader and our of course championship leader, may have made the wrong call here. And then there were 12. It's been a long time since we had a race like this. Hilsrap was a lap down. How has Slim hit Hilsrap? How has he got a 5-second penalty? Of course, if it's a Codemaster error, which we have seen many times before, then Slim can appeal the 5-second penalty. Please be green flag. Look at the rain. I'll be stunned if Nova can get round on those intermediates. Oh, the championship, my word. The championship leader, of course, leading the race, but on intermediate tires, to go on this lap. Matt 2 is out. Championship contender Hilsrap is out. Jacob, out. Leronix, Leclerc, Slim, Simon could all be playing their way into a championship hunt. We're going to go green. Oh, this is going to be a lapse into the unknown. Nova will have no idea. Oh my word, he's drifting round Raskas. Simon, Nova's going to go now. But has he got the grip? Complete unknown for all these drivers. Who's made the right tyre choice? On board with Nova. He got stopped nicely there, but Slim is pushing him up the hill. This is quite incredible. Through Massenet into Casino Square. Has Nova got the grip on those intermediate tyres? Yes, Harry Hilsrap was ghosting due to be a lap down, which is why I have no idea. As Dan Murphy's gone backwards into 12th place, goes Dan Murphy needs to be there. He's struggling, and Nova is just holding on. But look, he has to go. There's a traffic jam behind him. If Nova pits, he'll drop to last and out the points. Yellow flags, and it's Dan Murphy's out. Intermediates are not the tyres to be on. Nova's struggling, but he's holding track position. Will Slim have a go? Here we go into Nova chicane. Osai Nova will be sweating. Could we get 5 different winners in 5 races? Leclerc looking to pick up some pieces. Simon and Lucas could sense their first podiums of the season. Oh, is Leclerc just pulling away slightly? Sorry, Nova just pulling away slightly here. 11 runners and riders. Oh, and it's time like this. I wish that Matt and Frisky were still in the race, and Lennon. Hilsrap says remove the 5 seconds off Slim. So obviously Hilsrap. So yeah, it looks like a Codemaster error. Hilsrap saying the 5 seconds should not have been given to Slim. Slim just dropping back from Nova. Nova's now starting to get away. Harry Burkhardt says Nova reminds me of Hamilton v Verstappen in 2019. Oh, it certainly does. But Nova's just getting adjusted to these conditions now. Nova, look, oh, it's agonising. Oh, he's made a mistake on the exit. Can Slim find a way around the outside through Portier? The answer is no. Nova is just putting his car in the right places. Through the tunnel he goes. There's Slim, there's Leronix, there's Leclerc, there's Simon. The front 5 are nose to tail. The rain continues to lash down here. Will Slim throw it in somewhere? Slim, who hasn't won in a long time, our former champion. Nova again fighting the car. Understeer galore for Nova. And a man in qualifying who looked like on a different planet with that balance of the car. It now completely looks a mess. Bit of oversteer. They all suffer a bit of oversteer around the Raskas. 9 laps to go. Nova, we pray that this rain just eases off. And I think it's starting to, you know. I wonder if Nova has weathered the worst of the conditions. My word, I tell you what, if he wins this, he is worthy of driver of the day. Raining harder here, isn't it? The casino, definitely raining harder, but Slim's now dropped back by 1.5 seconds. Of course, he's got a penalty, which would put him, as it stands, out the podium. In fact, it'll be LR Simon who would get a podium with the penalties. I wonder if Leronix and Leclerc are just thinking, come on, let us through. We want to go. We want to fight at Nova. But Nova's just starting to pull away. 11 runners and riders. Of course, Slim's 5-second penalty, by the look of it, will be removed. Slim, yeah, the gap's maintained the same, isn't it? Nova just now feel like he's in control. Simon's just dropping back a little bit now. Lucas there in 6th, doing a brilliant job in 7th place. Wow, what a result this could be for Steve. Although penalties may... Oh, their penalty should help him. Crazy Power and Nosey as well. Oh, no, that's what Steve's struggling there, isn't he? The car dancing around as he goes for the swing pull section. Nova is now 2 seconds. I think Nova has weathered the worst of the conditions, and it's Slim under serious pressure from the Ronix. The Ronix gets right behind the back. Leclerc will be desperate to get through. I think Leclerc could be the man, if he can get through, to really challenge Nova. But Nova on the intermediates now seems to be comfortable. What a race by Nova. What a race by Nova. And of course, do they pit again for intermediates? I doubt they will pit for intermediates again. The rain's still coming down hard, but the track is drying up slightly. Should be good drainage, of course. Simon can smell his first podium. Leclerc's got penalties. 3 seconds. Slim's got 3. 5 light to be taken off. Even so, that should still put the Frenchman on for his first podium. Helicopter shot, beautiful helicopter shot. Simon's just backed off slightly, hasn't he? He needs to be closer than this. Stee has 3 seconds. Nosey and Crazy Pat, I tell you what, it'd be great to see Stee and Nosey in the points on their return. Seven laps to go. Nova continues to pull away, and now Slim, his pure focus isn't holding on to that podium spot. As it stands, the Ronix will be in for his second place in a row in consecutive races. And is that Slim making a mistake? It wasn't a bit. He ran a little bit out wide. And of course, if you can't keep these full wets warmed up, they're going to drop off like a stone. And I think Slim is just starting to struggle with the rear of that car. And those tyres don't look comfortable. Look, he's falling back. Nova's just extending quickly. And Leclerc's the man who may have a go here. Thinks better of it, tucks inside. Simon now just starting to... Oh, he's there. No, Simon is there. What about Lucas? Lucas with no penalties. He could, of course, pick up some pieces here as well. Will the Ronix have a go at Slim? Slim does not want to lose places. He needs to try and get away, of course. But don't, yeah, and the rain's easing off. The rain is definitely easing off. The intensity has gone right down, which means these hard tyres, these full wets, are really going to struggle. No point pitting now. Way too late for Inters. They've got to grin and bear it. Look as they tiptoe their way through on board with Angelo Ronix here. The German driver can sense under the podium, but it's Leclerc who's getting impatient, saying, come on! Because he's got 3 seconds and he needs to get away, because he will not get a podium as it stands either. Of course, our race winner in Bahrain. And then down the straight, Slim was absolutely fine. Into Sandevot, my word, they're so close. Of course, that exit Sandevot needs to be a lot closer to the racing line. And again, Leronix. Can I tell the lap times? Let's have a look at the lap times. You want to see some lap times? Easier than done. There goes I. Oh, you mean lap times at the top? Lap data, is that what you wanted? Let's have some lap data. There's your fastest lap. It is Leclerc who's on for the bonus point. That'll be our 5th different fastest lap this season. And Nova continues to get away. Looking back, Granty Boy still right behind the back. Granty Boy, and I tell you what, the two Mercedes side by side, and that's Crazy Power getting past Nosey. Let's have a look at the replay. That looked like a completely legit, clean move there. Yeah, down the inside, Crazy Power gets past his teammate into 9th place. Great little move there by Crazy Power. What can you do about Granty Boy, because he's got 3 seconds as well. Slim now 5, 2, and Nova, and his rain has dropped right off. And needs full wet, so now be horrible. They're dancing, look, they're nearly aquaplaning on the straights. Nova got it right. He held on for the 2 laps and the restart. He made the right call. Simon needs to be closer to get that podium. Leclerc on board with Leclerc. A big mistake by Leclerc. Huge tank slapper. Simon struggling as well. My word, Simon dropped 2 seconds. Leclerc dropped a second. They are struggling on these full wets now. Oh, these podium places. And Steve's made him this side by side. Granty Boy's got through. Steve's struggling. Granty Boy gets through. These places are by no means settled. And now Crazy Power trying to take advantage. And here comes Nosey on the inside. Oh, a bit of payback. Nosey on the inside of Crazy Power. On board with Nosey. Can he get on the inside? Good defending there by Crazy Power. Oh, gloves are off at Mercedes, aren't they? And Steve is struggling on those wet tyres now. Jamie Warren also involved in this. In fact, Jamie Warren's going to pick up some pieces here because he's got no penalties. Outside Nova, 6 seconds, but they asked, and I'll tell you, will anyone gamble for Inters with 3 laps to go? Just to survive, just to avoid losing a front wing. Leclerc's caught back up. Slim, look at the car, look at the oversteer, he's dancing. Oh, Lucas penalty. He does not want that. Slim can't get on the gas. Will the Ronix have a look here? No, Fink tucks inside the Renault rear wing, thinks better of it. Slim is just horrible grip, which is non-existent. The Ronix though does not dare have moved. Jamie gets past. Oh, there's all sorts going here. And who's pitting? Steve pits. Steve has pitted and Jamie Warren gets past Nosey. Steve enters and Slim's lost second down the inside. Can he hold it through the hairpin? He's going to struggle to get it stopped in time. Leronic's still there on the apex. Oh, well defended, and they're still going for it here. And Slim holds on. That was brilliant racing between the two of them, but it's brought Simon into play and Leclerc right into play. Can Simon get his first podium? He's got no penalties, and I think it would mean a podium. Oh, and they're at it again. Side by side, they bang wheels. Leclerc's pushing them both along, and Leronix gets through. Can Leclerc follow through? Down the inside, yes he can. And Slim drops 2 places. Oh, fantastic stuff. Not for Slim, who's got 3 seconds, and now Leclerc is all over the back of Leronix. Will he have a go? Oh, rock round the Rascat, Anthony, no, surely not. Simon knows at a podium, his first ever podium is so close. He's fighting for third. He's got to stay within 3 seconds of Leclerc. That's all he's got to do. However, Leclerc, although I feel, oh, and Simon's getting held up by Slim. This is frustrating. This is agonising for the Frenchman. He knows that the front 2, the front 3 are getting away. Slim's got no grip. His tyres have gone. Oh, Simon, this is agonising because there is his podium. It's that Red Bull. Leronix is on for a second, consecutive second the way it stands. Steve has already caught up the back of the points. Intermediates are absolutely flying around there right now. Oh, it's agonising. Come on, Slim. Simon, he'll be screwed. Lucas is catching this battle. Slim's just lost all grip. And now, oh no, it's Simon hits the wall. Simon hit the wall in the tunnel trying to get past. And that could be game over for the Frenchman. And now Lucas wants to join the party. Lucas is 3 seconds, of course. Slim is set to have 5 seconds taken off that 8 seconds, so he's on 3 as well. And Simon's front wing damage is huge. And Jamie 1, oh, and who's that in a spin? That's Jamie 1 in a spin. Somebody else was off there as well. Crazy Power picks up a penalty. Yeah, he's 6 seconds. He's had a spin. Jamie went off as well. Hopefully no contact between the two of them. Steve has already caught right under the back of Nosey, and Steve could be well on for some points here. 2-3 laps to go, and Simon is pushing Slim, and now he gets through. It's a lap too late, and he's hit the wall. Nosey's had enough. Nosey is off at Raskas. Oh, and on his return, the chance of his first points has gone. And Lucas gets past Slim. Slim's dropping like a stone. Lucas, look at that, 5th place. What a race by the Greek driver. By far his best race of the season. Right, Simon, you've got 5 seconds to get your first podium. But Leclerc fighting as Leronics will either go down the inside. Thinks better of it. There, their full wet tyres still in full grip. Oh, he's trying to get down the inside. Yellow flags again. And it's Crazy Power this time. Crazy Power stays up to 9th after stopping for intermediates. Quite unbelievable. Steve charging. What's going on here between Leronics now? Simon, 4.7. He needs to get within 3 seconds. Oh, and Leronics is struggling. Leclerc is struggling. Simon is so close, 4.2. He's 1 second away from his first ever podium. Oside Nova's checked out and gone. He's been in a class above all race. Slim will likely finish 6th by right, in with the 5 seconds taken away. It's likely to be 6th place, and Leclerc makes a mistake and hits the wall. Can Simon just hold it together? 3.3. 3.4, he's 4 depths away from his first podium. Lucas is right behind him. He wants his first podium of the season. Slim's come back as well. Penultimate lap. Who is going to take that final podium spot? Oh, Simon's dropped back again, and Leclerc is catching back up to Leronics and has recaught Leronics. Oh my word. Steve's right, and Nosey passes Crazy Power. Is he in the pits? He is. Crazy Power's going to miss out on points here. Steve's caught the back of Jamie 1. He's flying on his intermediate tyres. And Simon's made a mistake. Lucas trying to find a way through. The Greek driver desperate for his first podium of the season, but they're now 5 seconds back from Leclerc. Leclerc tucked up right behind that front wing is costing Simon. Leclerc right behind the back of Leronics, and now 6 seconds, and all of a sudden Simon's lost all grip. Lucas can smell it. Well, if he can get past, surely he'll catch the back. He's got 3 seconds to make it. It's a tough ask now, isn't it? Tough ask now. Leronics is definitely on for second. Simon. Oh, there's contact! There's contact! Lucas has hit Simon! Lucas definitely hit Simon there! There, look, the front of Lucas's Ferrari tapped the back of Simon, and Simon spins and slims back to 4th. Steve gets past Jamie 1. If he can find 3 seconds, he's going to finish in 8th place. What a return for Steve. To be fair, when Lucas hit Simon, he waited for him to go back through, and Slim said, well, I'm not waiting, I'm getting back through. Oh, poor Simon. So close to his first ever podium, and he was tapped round by Lucas. Lucas had a penalty, so Simon will take that 5th place back. He should take that 4th place back, to be honest. Meanwhile, Oside Nova wins in style. Round 5. Monaco win for Oside Nova. He extends his championship lead. He was in a class of his own for the 2nd consecutive race. Leronics is going to finish 2nd. Oh, Steve picks up a penalty. That could cost him points. He's just got past Granty Boy. But that could cost him points. It's going to be Leronics 2nd. And I think Leclerc will hold on for a podium. Leronics 2nd. Leclerc 3rd. Slim holds everybody else up, so Leclerc's definitely got a podium. Slim's going to plummet like a stone. Simon will take 4th place back. Slim will get the 5 seconds back. Steve's got 6 seconds. Granty, so Slim will be 6th. Granty will be 7th. Jamie 8th. Steve does score points on his return. And well at 9th place. And Crazy Power in his inters has re-passed Knowlesy. And he is going to score the final point. Let's get the guys. Let's get the guys in chat. Let's get the interviews out there because wow, Oside Nova. It is so rare in Zenith that you see drivers dominate like that. But Nova is the Monaco master. What a race. Let's get the drivers in. Nova's in will come to Nova shortly. Nova extends his championship lead by quite a way. Leronix will make a lot of positions up after another 2nd place for him. And Leclerc held on for 3rd. Massive sigh of relief for Leclerc. That was damage limitation for him. So he will take 2nd in the Drivers' Championship. And I've got a feeling we're going to see a fair old footage. Jan de Brink says, wow, what a race it was. Unpredictable. Driver of the day. Well, there's many drivers of the day. So many drivers making up the positions. Oside Nova though. Wow, league of his own. He did a esports pro time in qualifying. You would you not see times like that? Oh man. There you go. Leclerc held on. Simon gets 4th place back. Oh, so close to his 1st ever podium. Contact with Lucas probably cost him any chance of that podium. Slim will be 6th. It'll be Granty 7th. Slim 6th. Codemasters shafting people at 5-second penalty. Jamie won 8th. I tell you what, Jamie won recovered that quite nicely, didn't he? Steve 9th for his return. Well done, starting in 18th place. Those intermediates were absolute rocket fuel for him towards the end. And Crazy Power holds on for the final point. Knowlesy just misses out on his return. That was a wet and wild, chaotic race. Let's get the drivers in. Nova's in. Let's talk to Nova in just a second. My voice is just about holding on. I've got Lucas here as well. I've got a feeling there's more disappointed drivers than there are happy drivers. This could be quite a quick interview. Let's go to Nova. Nova, while the absolute chaos and carnage behind you, yet again, you managed to keep your head. You were in a different league to anybody else today. First of all, talk us through that qualifying lap before going into your incredible race.
Thank you. I honestly, at the time, me and Matt were in chat, and I had no idea how quick I apparently was. I honestly didn't think I was that quick at all. And it was only when we actually went into quali that we realised that I was actually like so far ahead in terms of quali pace. I don't know why. Yeah, that was a thing, so obviously I'm happy with that. The race could have gone better because on lap 2 I got front wing damage, which is why, well, Matt was probably just on my pace anyway, but that's why he was like right behind me the entire time. But I was lucky enough that I could pit under the safety car and get a new wing, and then after that it was fine. It was only when everyone pitted for wets behind me I was like, oh, okay, I'm kind of ruined this here. Yeah, it was fine. So yeah, good fun.
That pit stop, did you think that you'd made the mistake, the wrong error? Like, what was going through your head? Because those first few laps under the restart looked horrendous for you.
Yeah, at first I thought, well, it was more because Jeff hadn't come over the radio and been like, yo, you need to change tyres. So I was like, oh, okay, no one's going to. But then everyone else did, and I was like, yeah, I've ruined this. And then, yeah, the first few laps were horrendous. But I think that was more to do with the fact that the tyres weren't warm yet. Because as soon as they got warm, they were fine. And then, obviously, the conditions dried up a bit. So, yeah, thankfully it worked out in the end.
And what a bounce-back race after a nightmare in the Netherlands. You extend your championship lead, heading into Baku next. Got feelings on Baku? I'm
a bit indifferent, to be honest. I mean, it's not a track I love. It's not a track I hate. It's just one in the middle, really. I mean, I'll do my best. I don't know if I'll be quick around there or not. But yeah, I'll give it a good shot.
Well, congratulations, mate. An absolute another Monaco masterclass yet again from Oside Nova.
Cheers.
What a win. Let's go next to a man who must be absolutely gutted, so close to his first podium. Looks like the tyres went away from him at the end. That is Ella Simon. Simon, oh my man, I felt for you at the end. You were so close, but it looks like the tyres just gave up on you at the end.
Well, it was really a difficult race for everyone, I guess. I just want to apologize to Ilas. I don't, like I said in the messenger chat, just hard in the rain, it was impossible to brake. So we had a little bit of incident. But then the rest of the race, it was all about surviving pretty much. And yeah, I was held up by Slimbo, but nothing against him, just he was racing. And yeah, it was really like screwing my tires, and they were gone, and I couldn't brake. And so I broke super early at one point the last lap, and the Ferrari didn't expect me to brake that early, and yeah, I went into the barrier.
Yeah, so are you saying it's a bit of not Lucas's fault? You just had to brake early because your tyres had it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not Lucas' fault, because really I knew there was a risk of me being tapped in the rear, but like I didn't have the choice, because if I brake any later, I would have gone into the barrier. So yeah, I had to brake early to rotate the car.
And when you were racing out there, you were so close to that podium, of course. Could you sense you were going to get it at a time? Was there a point in the race where you thought, this is on for me, I can get this?
Honestly, I mean, like I said, Slimbo hold me a little bit, but nothing, like a little bit, but when behind him, I picked up some damage, but like nothing wrong or anything, just, yeah, it was racing. And then, honestly, I'm pretty happy with P4, considering like I had a poor strategy, poor start, poor anything. So yeah, P4, I don't mind, really.
P4, well, it'll actually be, yeah, it will be P4, yeah, you had no penalties, yeah, so P4, your season's getting better and better, mate. Great result, great race, mate. Congratulations, well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Right, next up to Lucas, who also had what a race. Had a pretty difficult start to the season. Scored points in Australia, hasn't been in the points since. But Lucas, with what's going to be, I think, 6th in the end, take away Slim's pen. But still, Lucas, after all that, go through your race, because you started way down the order. That looked crazy from your seat.
Man, that was an exhausting race, first of all. Congrats to Patrick, he had an amazing result at the end, as I saw. Nice,
Thanks,
nice
bro.
win. Sorry to Simon, I thought I should have braked earlier, because I saw you struggling way before on the previous lap. I was maybe trying also to overtake, but yeah, I should have predicted.
No problem, mate, no problem.
Okay, good to hear. But yeah, what a race! I mean, I just kept it clean from start to finish. So that's it. I wasn't gonna fight anyone all race. I was waiting for people to make mistakes, as it happened eventually. And I had a minor damage mid race. I didn't fix it in the pits to not lose any time, and it was the right choice. I wasn't losing so much time eventually. And yeah, the race just came to me, and that's most likely it.
And could you say it's a podium match? Because at one point you were also chasing a podium. The battle between you and Simon would have decided who got that final podium with Leclerc's penalty. Was that on your mind? Did you have a podium on your mind at one point?
I had, until I got my penalty, which came out of nowhere. I mean, I barely went, I barely cut the corner. I wasn't even, minding so much. It came out of nowhere, and then I thought that's my final position right here.
And it's still, overall though, a brilliant final position, because where you started, especially around Monaco, you would not have dreamed of getting that high up.
Yeah, from 19th to 5th or whatever, 6th, if it becomes 6th at the end, I don't mind. It's an amazing result after two races without points, or 3. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
And does this kickstart hopefully your season now onto Baku next?
Well, Baku is one of my bad tracks. I usually crash, or I just go very slow to not crash. So it will be more like Monaco, I think. Just wait for others to make mistakes.
Absolutely. Lucas, congratulations, mate. Brilliant result. A great race for Lucas. Best of the season, without a doubt. Let's go Slim next. Just want to work your position out, Slim. We've seen Hilldrap's video, so yeah, the 5 seconds definitely comes up. That was a Codemaster, usual standard shithousery. But overall, Slim, again, frustrating for you on the podium, and all of a sudden it just went. Was it tyres that just went in the end?
87-degree tyres on the rear, so I had no traction out of the corners for about 5 laps. Had to go like a snail to get any sort of temperature back in them.
Yeah, well, everyone seemed to struggle towards the end. The intermediates were carving through. Crazy Power and Steve pitted for Inters late on and absolutely carved their way through. Do you regret not possibly doing the same?
Yeah, well, like, it was full wet. Like, it was saying that Inters and full wets weren't any quicker than each other. And on the weather report that we had on the grid, there was full wet conditions at the end. So where the hell did they go? Like, it just never came.
Yeah, but don't forget the safety car was out twice, which adds a lot of time onto the overall race.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, annoyed,
I think
angry,
fifth
all above.
overall, Simon fourth, you fifth, Lucas sixth. However,
Yeah.
at the point, do you feel you should have attacked Nova hard on the restart?
Well, not really, because if I broke any later, I would have crashed into him or into the wall, so there's nothing else I could do. It's just Monaco being Monaco.
However, it's still points. It keeps your points run going. Into Baku next. What's your aim round there? You've got, what, 11 rounds left now?
Survive. I don't have a very good track record around there. I either finish out the points or low end of the points or crash, so survival.
I
Well,
feel you there.
Yeah, it was a good race, buddy, in the end. If you fought hard, rotten luck not to get on the podium, but however, it's a good haul of points. Let's go to Granty Boy next. Granty Boy, who yet again started way down the order, finds himself in a good points position. Granty, if you can sort that qualifying out, mate, you're going to be way up there in the races.
Well, obviously, like, I had a Q3 ban as well, so you know, if I just keep my nose clean at the races and stuff, I might do a bit better. But Monaco was not exactly my strongest track, and I was quite happy to where I come in the end. Had a few like stressful moments in that race, but I just kept my head down, no penalties, and yeah, obviously I think it was 7th overall, but yeah, across the line 5th, I think, or 6th, or one of the two.
Yeah,
But yeah, really happy with it.
net 7th with Steve penalty late on. How were the conditions for you on those full wet tyres? Were you having the same problems, no grip?
Yeah, it was no grip at the end, mate. It was quite frustrating because I was in the party with Slim, and it was like, yeah, it was getting harder, and then at one point it was like, yeah, it's getting lighter, so it was a bit 50-50, and I had to pit again because I went on the intermediates. I thought I made the mistake, maybe I didn't, and I didn't want to risk it, and went onto the wets, and yeah, it kind of screwed me over. So, but yeah, no, happy with the points, any points.
The Inters with a golden ticket because Steve and Crazy Power were about 10 seconds a lap quicker towards the end, which is why Steve made up 28 seconds on you in about 3 laps. But
yeah, he held me up so bad, man. He should have let me through ages ago. I don't know why he didn't let me through. I was a bit quicker on the wets, and yeah, he made it really tough for me, especially a teammate and a reserve. I didn't really like what he did, but yeah, that's my opinion. So, but happy with a couple of points for today.
yeah, points on the board. It keeps you ticking over. Granty Boy, well done, buddy. Another points finish, and let's hope the qualifying comes for you next time in Baku.
Yeah, hopefully in that one. Jesus.
Right, Leclerc. Drakatos Leclerc, 3rd place. My word, you made some fantastic overtakes. Talk us through your race, mate.
Thank you, mate. I'm very happy for my place now, P3. I don't believe it, and I think today his race, his crazy race, because I have I have wing damage and that.
Yeah, for you, at one point you were looking at, well, you made a great move on Crazy Power in the hairpin, great move on Steve. You put one then on, I think, Simon as well. I can't remember who else it was, but some fantastic overtakes. But did you feel that, up until the last lap you got the podium, did you feel that the podium was out of reach with the penalties?
Yes, I feel.
And the relief of getting the podium, of course, you don't drop too many points to Nova as we head to Baku. What's your feelings on Baku? Do you think you can take the challenge to Nova
Baku.
and challenge at the top?
Baku, I think I am very strong because it's my favorite
Track.
Track.
yes, and I think to go for the P1. I don't I believe for P1, and I want 1-2 for my teammate because I want too much that for 1-2 Red Bulls, and I see.
Good man. Mate, your English is getting much better. Your racing's getting much better, mate. It's great to see you back on the podium. And let's hope we get that. I think I wouldn't mind seeing a Red Bull 1-2. Jacob's had some rotten luck again today. So it'd be great to see you both on the podium at some stage this season. But great race, mate. Well done.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Good night from Greece, everyone.
Good night, buddy. Well done. And that's a wrap. What a mental, crazy, chaotic race. It's going to be some footage heading my way. No doubt about it. I can already see my phone lighting up. But Oside Nova, amongst all the chaos and carnage, comes through to win his second race of the season in style. Can he keep it going in back?